Right now, I am not a frequent hair, nail and lash salon visitor. Why? Is it because I don't like going to the salon and open mouth drooling when given a head massage? No, who doesn't like losing control at the hands of a complete stranger in public? So why not spend $200 plus a fortnight to get all of these things done? Right now, I like to put that, carry the one, $4,000 plus per year into things that actually pay me money. Hello everyone, hi if you're new to the channel, and thank you again for watching and joining me if you're a current subscriber. I really appreciate it. I am not a financial advisor, I'm an NPC in this game called life, and I happen to have a knack for enjoying managing money. But here comes a zero fluff, because I'm not about fluff and BS on this channel. It is hard getting yourself out of being in the poor trap. I've been there, but it's even harder when you don't even give yourself the chance of getting out. So today I'm going to share with you, and hopefully this is something that'll really help you as well. I'm going to share the top 3 things that I had to stop doing that has enabled me to incrementally make my way through to my financial destination. Ask, is this thing or person I'm about to buy helping water my financial flowerbed of dreams? You have to be ruthless here. Ruthless doesn't mean you're unkind though. It means you have clear boundaries in your mind, so you give yourself a maximal chance of creating the life you want. For example, a boundary could be, I will no longer be the emotional shock absorber for a dysfunctional friend, so I will politely decline their invitation for a coffee where it ends up them talking about their problems for an hour straight and I walk away feeling depressed. Everything has a cost. Every time you accept putting up with something, there's a trade-off. You think being nice so you don't come off as a bee with an itch doesn't come with a cost? I used to tolerate a person who called me almost weekly to chew my ear off for 2 hours ranting about politics that I already told them I have zero interest in. People will happily use up your time if you let them. They'll hang up the phone feeling really good and like they've taken a load off. And you'll feel drained and annoyed at yourself because you let it happen. If you're an introvert like me, you're probably all over this already and actually like the feeling of sanity. Every person that you agree to be involved with is actually an investment of your time and energy. This is why I don't own a gazillion things either. It takes continual diligence to monitor yourself and your habits. Places like the Sydney CBD breed insecurity. You're constantly sold that you're not enough. Your body's not good enough. Here's a line of overpriced vitamin products and clothing you need to look like those 12-year-old cover models. Actually, no, your face is also crap, so here's some $100 peptide serum that skin surgeons repeatedly tell us don't actually work any better than Vaseline. Temptation is everywhere. Just because we're surrounded by a lot of luxury items doesn't mean we have to indulge in them. Does take some self-control, like a lot. But if you have your goal of being financially free or saving money, that's a really good incentive. Every time I go to buy something, I ask 2 questions. 1, do I actually need this? Do I need another cashmere jumper? Or do I just want another jumper? Buy what you need and nothing else. And just look at my wardrobe. Staples, 1 cashmere top, 1 wool top. You see me in these tops all the time. They're like, this one's 7 years old. Actually, it's probably a little bit older than that. They fit me and they last for years, and they've got this anti-stink technology. It's really fantastic. So they just last. Quality lasts. And also, you know what to expect on this channel. I'm not running a fashion show, clearly. My mind is the fashion show. It's way more entertaining than my wardrobe. And number 2, what is the real cost of buying this item? It's not actually $200 for that brand item. That is actually me working for 8 hours, a whole day, before tax gets taken out, which means I'd have to work just over a day to pay for this item. So doing the math on how much it costs in terms of your time actually helps you figure out whether that item is really worth it. And the reality is, people's judgment of me don't pay my bills. About 10 years ago, I had finished work in a law firm and I was waiting outside the front of the firm on the street in Sydney. I was wearing a pantsuit, it was a very presentable outfit as you would wear in office attire. This older gentleman approached me. He wasn't exactly dressed to impress by any stretch of the imagination. He may have even been homeless. He comes up to me, hobbled over, and says, "I thought you were a man. Why don't you put on a dress so I know you're a woman?" various thoughts flashed through my mind, of course, one of which, the early ones were, does this guy think that all the sheiks in Arabia are women? To lol, this guy's hilarious, getting unsolicited advice from a guy wearing ripped khakis. But also, are you offering to buy me a dress? No? Well then. And that's just a little light-hearted example. I hold no animosity towards this older man, but it made me realize how easy it would be to absorb that opinion, feel bad about myself, and about how much I am not trying to mimic the marketing messages continually peddled to us that basically our value as a human is based on surface level and trends. So stop before you spend time, spend money, or spend energy and think about whether this is long-term thinking, because you deserve to live a deep and meaningful life, and one that makes you feel alive. Is somebody in your life living that YOLO and pulling you into that empty vortex as well? Which is the second thing I learned. Stop the mediocre, start hanging around bigger thinkers. You have to move circles. I know that was dramatic. It is so super critical to change your environment. Either do it gradually or go full on headfirst cold turkey into a completely new area. I had to leave my home city. I had to leave my job. I had to leave my friends circle. I had to leave a relationship where all they wanted to do on weekends was drink beer and hang with the guys. I had to leave the circle of people that had no ambition for their future. People living payday to payday helped me learn one thing, is that I didn't want to live like that. But they couldn't teach me how to get out of it. So I had to learn how to let go of people who didn't want me to evolve. Greatness isn't found in mediocre behavior. So getting around people who will challenge you to evolve, they will ask you some pretty hard questions. They'll remind you of what lights you up and want to see you heading in that direction. Because hanging around people who value wealth or value saving money for something bigger than just surviving today, and hanging around people who are thinking in terms of where they want to be in 10 or 15 years' time, that's going to be critical for your success as well. Your environment dictates your outcome, and which is your life. So getting in the right environment is everything. I'd probably say this was the number one thing, because the right people will demonstrate by example. They're living the life that you want to live, that you're aspiring to live to. And by observation, you will learn how to think about money. These people aren't trying to get my money with short-term desperation strategies. They're not trying to flog a CBD oil or some crypto winning formula within seconds of meeting me. They aren't looking for shortcuts. They understand that patience and discipline and building relationships are the keys to success. And also, just on a practical level, it'll be a waste of their time, them trying to screw me over out of $100 when they're closing $10 million deals. You know what I'm saying? Health, family, community, contribution. The more you're around that energy, the faster your shift is going to be. It will also teach you how to identify time wasters quicker. Scarcity mindset is a reason we had people knifing each other over toilet paper. The biggest disease is a poverty mindset. It makes us do stupid, short-sighted things. And finally, stop thinking the same thoughts. You need to grow a new mindset. Does the idea of being in the exact situation you are in 10 years' time scare you? Mine doesn't scare me now so much. It used to, when I really put my mind to it. Do I want to be in this situation in 10 years' time? And if you get that, oh gosh, no, feeling, then it's time to make a change. It doesn't have to be extreme, because every single consistent daily habit is going to add up. Like, you don't see your gains at the gym going once a month. Like, it's every single day, little bits. You don't even notice it until 3 months later. You think, oh, is that a little bit of a tricep I see? Every thought that you catch where you're thinking negatively about your ability to change your financial situation, catch that. I mean, that's a win. And then shifting to better thoughts. Now, I'm not about that fake positivity, like pretend we don't have problems. No, it's like crap. Like, feel it. Like, it's crap, and feel the negativity and feel the fullness of that, but then don't hang into it. Don't wallow into it for too long. That's one thing I've definitely learned, is become shorter in the shitspo. Because you can't fake your way into those affirmations like, I'm a millionaire, as you're ready to fight your way through the crowd to the death for those post-Christmas sales. But you can ease your thoughts into more authenticity and move away from that negative thinking by things like that you do believe that are genuine, such as, now is temporary, the situation is not forever. There are wealthy people who were exactly in my position once. I'm getting clear on what I want, and this is me collecting data on my current financial habits. Your value is not defined by your bank account. That's pretty obvious. You may not have had parents who reinforced a healthy mindset about finances. You may have witnessed constant fights in the household about not enough money. But it doesn't mean that you can't plant new little seeds of wealth in your mind, that it is possible for you and that you can break that cycle. So what if your bank account hasn't caught up with your millionaire mindset this red hot minute? It will.